enough playing around, man. That is enough. Put the young players into the first team. What a fantastic performance by the young gunners, as we call them. A couple of experienced players starting, like Mustafi, for example, and then a couple coming on towards the end of the game, like Aubameyang. But my God, the youngsters, just absolutely incredible. Really, really impressed with that performance. A 4-0 win against a very decent Belgian side. They are second in the Belgian league for a reason. Yes, it's not the most competitive league in the world. They're not going to have some of the best teams, but you can only beat who's in front of you. And to start a inexperienced young team like we did, and to come away with another massive result, just like we did in Germany, I'm just super proud of them, man. And enough is enough. I don't want to be seeing 3 DMs in our first team at the weekend against Bournemouth. I think we're playing on Sunday. I want to see a team like this. A team that is hungry, passionate, attacking. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what Arsenal is. We're an attacking side, not a defensive side. I don't want to see what we saw against Manchester United, even though it was a tough away game. I don't care. Stick to the Arsenal DNA, even if it means we do have to go very attack heavy and we lose a little bit of defensive stability, which we don't have anyway. Although, I should say, and it's going to be a big topic in this video, Tierney, Bellerin, Holding, all back in the side again tonight, all getting 90 minutes, and boy, we need them. We need them. They were absolutely incredible tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through every single player in the lineup and give them, well, maybe not just a rating, because it's so easy just to say, yeah, he got a 7, he got a 6 out of 10. I want to talk about what they did well, because there were some outstanding performances tonight. We'll start with the goalkeeper. I mean, Martinez, he's been at Arsenal for a long time, and he hasn't really been given a chance. We are seeing now he is a very solid goalkeeper, and he's not young anymore, which is a good thing. It really is. Goalkeepers are in their best years when they're, 26 to 35. That's the kind of age you want your goalkeepers, right? And he is probably at the very peak of his career in the next season or two, and he's doing really well for us every time he plays. He made some outstanding saves today, and I wouldn't say our defence was bad at all, by the way. You're going to concede chances in football, and what you need is your goalkeeper on form and making saves. And to be fair, a lot of problems that keepers have is when they're not being tested enough during a game. They can go 20, 30, even 40 minutes without needing to make a single save. But as soon as they're called upon, they need to be ready. And Martinez had one of those nights where they weren't too often, the shots coming in at his goal, but when they did come in, he was ready. And that's really good to see. He wasn't switching off or anything like that. And the fact that we've got Leno as well. We've got 2 really solid goalkeepers. And I think Martinez is in for a very good season in the Europa League. And long may his good form continue. At right back, Captain Bellerin. I said recently he would be my choice of captain in the upcoming seasons. Not yet. I don't think he's ready just yet. He's still quite young. But he's got a leadership trait that I don't think many of the other players have. Everyone seems to like him. He's an Arsenal boy. He's now a Londoner. He's got the accent with the Spanish twang on it. But honestly, I love Bellerin, and tonight was a very solid performance from him. You can tell he's not quite match sharp, but how do you gain match sharpness? You play games. Get him in that first team. I don't care who we play. He's our best right back. Maitland-Niles did a solid job for us, but seeing him further forward was a delight as well today. He started on that right side, which was really nice. So well done, Bellerin. Solid performance from him. Probably should have scored as well in that second half. Then we have Mustafi. Again, no complaints with Mustafi. That is 3 games now he's featured in this season. All clean sheets. Just saying. It's not a coincidence. The guy is improving. He isn't doing those silly, stupid mistakes that he was making constantly. And maybe he just needed... He needed the criticism. He needed those months of just... I don't want to say abuse, because no one deserves to be abused. But maybe he's just had a good look at his game plan and how he defends as a player, and he's realised he was making stupid decisions. He was a clown, and maybe he's on that road to becoming the Mustafi that we signed. A player that's got the ability to be in the very top teams. So he was good tonight. But Holding was on another level. This guy, Holding, is superb on the ball. I love how composed he is. He gets the ball, he finds a pass, he clears it if he has to. Couldn't get my words out there. That's what you need in a centre-back, a modern-day centre-back. Yes, we all love to see centre-backs that are just great at heading the ball, but you need them to be good with their feet, and I think Holding should be starting from now on. There's no No doubt about it. And I love the fact that if he absolutely has to just smack it up the field, he will. He's just a no-nonsense centre-back, but also has the ability with the ball at his feet. Very similar to David Luiz in that regard. Just a great passer of the ball. And I'm just confident in him. I don't mind him having the ball. Whenever Socrates has the ball, or David Luiz, sometimes it's a bit, just get rid of it, please. Whereas Holding, I trust him, man. And then with Tierney next to him on the left side, they had some great bits of play together to get the ball out from danger. And Tierney was, it's very difficult to say he was man of the match because of a certain Gabriel Martinelli playing well today, but honestly, Tierney was right up there for me. What a performance and what a player we've got. Yes, we're up against a slightly weaker team than usual, but I don't care. You can say that if you want, but ultimately, getting the ball in the box the way he was doing today, doesn't matter who the opponents are. If you hit the right area, it's a good cross, no matter who you're playing against. This guy's crossing ability is going to be so important for us. We have been lacking that kind of left back for God knows how long. I actually can't think of a left back that has come in recent time that has impressed me this much. It might go all the way back to Ashley Cole, Clichy days. You know, we've really lacked a proper solid left back, and he might be the answer. I really am impressed with him tonight. Some of those crosses were unbelievable. The first goal from Martinelli, which we'll go on and talk about him soon, but that cross was just so good, and it deserved a finish like it got. Absolutely fantastic from Tierney. A solid 8, maybe even a 9 out of 10 performance from him tonight. Start him against Bournemouth. Get him playing games. Yes, he played 90 minutes. So did Bellerin. So did Holding. Some people are saying that means they probably won't play on Sunday. I really hope that's not the case. Now, moving into midfield. 3 centre mids. Well, what do you know? They're not all defensive midfielders, and we were much more creative. I loved having Willock and Ceballos next to Torreira, who was in the middle, and being the more defensive of the 3. Willock and Ceballos were running from deep forward, really good, running with power as well. I love to see that, just those direct runs through players, not just passing it sideways, but if they found a good ball forward, they would always play it. I think Ceballos had one of his best games since we played against maybe what was the game? Was it against Liverpool he played really well in? We didn't win the game, but he had a really good game. He hasn't really found that form since. I feel like he's been a bit hot and cold, but he hasn't been playing consistently. But today we saw what Ceballos can do, and I was really impressed with him. And Torreira was just everything you need. We have 3 very good central midfielders there that can do everything. They have everything in their game. What more do you need from a central 3? And Willock is just getting better and better. So all 3 of those guys I was really impressed with. And then Guendouzi came on towards the end and did very well as well. So I was very happy with that. On the left, of course, we started with, what's his name? Nelson. Forgive me, I'm tired. It's been a long day. Nelson is, I think, one of those players that if he doesn't get anything done in a match, you're just going to wonder why he's playing, because he doesn't offer anything else. He is a dribbler. He's good with the ball at his feet, and that's about it. He doesn't necessarily do much else, but he was very good today. And maybe I'm being a bit harsh on him. I feel like his last performance was definitely one to forget, but it's still so early. He is going to be a fantastic player for us, and he was really good today. And I was actually sad when he came off. I thought he was potentially going to get a goal, but it is what it is. And then we had Maitland-Niles on the right. He sees himself as a right midfielder and a centre midfielder, not a right back. He's done so well for us at right back, and now that we've got Chambers who can play there very well, and Bellerin is back, he can play more of a central role or a right winger role, and he did very well. I was really impressed with him as well tonight, but I think he's still got that defensive mentality. He was getting back a lot. I would have liked to see him just be a bit more relaxed about defending and just get forward, you know. And then, of course, through the middle, today's man of the match, Martinelli. This kid is a gem. Absolute gem. Yes, he has scored goals against weaker opposition. He hasn't done it in the Premier League. But trust me, this guy, Gabriel Martinelli, just remember the name. Remember the name. I've seen those Photoshop images, the memes, his face over Pele. This guy is... I'm not going to say what I want to say because it's too early to tell, but he could genuinely be our next big striker. I strongly feel it. And the fact that we've got Nketiah as well out on loan. We've got John Jules coming through as well. We've got some seriously good talent in that position. But I love the fact that Martinelli works hard. He can play out on that left wing. He finishes well with his feet. He finishes well with his head. His runs are so intelligent for an 18-year-old. It is unbelievable, and I was so impressed with him again. 2 goals, an assist. Honestly, I just wanted him to get that hat-trick so badly. And when Aubameyang came on, Martinelli ended up going over to that left side, and I felt kind of like Aubameyang's had his goals so far this season. He's had a lot of goals. Let's give Martinelli another go up top. Maybe put Aubameyang out on the left. You know, it was a bit of a shame to see that, but I've got to say Aubameyang came on and did his usual thing. Worked hard for the team, almost scored, almost got a couple of assists as well. I mean, genuinely, we could have won this game 6 or 7-0. Martinelli could have had 4 goals. It was that good of a performance. So what do we think about the overall result? Of course, that's a 5-0 and a 4-0 win in the Europa League, so considerably better than Man United, for example. Tonight, they didn't register a single shot on target. It's not looking good for them at the moment, is it? I can't believe we drew that game. I can't believe it. If we played this side, do you think we would have beaten Manchester United? Because I think we would have. I genuinely think that Emery was a coward against Manchester United, and he got it wrong. He got it massively wrong. I really think maybe if you take out Maitland-Niles and you put in Pepe, who didn't have a great game against Manchester United, but he looked dangerous when he came on, and I think he does offer more than Maitland-Niles, of course. And then maybe you put, maybe instead of Willock, you put in a Mesut Ozil or something like that. I think we would have won. I really do. I really think that team would have won it. There you go, I'm saying it. That team that you're seeing on screen right now, I think would have beaten Man United at the weekend. It is what it is, and I really, really, really am excited about the young players coming through. And do you know what? I think a lot of people calling for Emery's head, it is a difficult one. You know, I've openly criticised him more recently. I think that he is getting things wrong, but I've not once said that I think he should be leaving. I don't think he should be leaving. However, I don't think he's the right answer. I don't think he's going to be here for 20-odd years like Wenger was. But at least give him the season. And the fact that we have been missing key players like Bellerin and Tierney and Holding in our defence, you're going to see a different side. You really are. And I think then we should be judging him when he's got his full team ready to play. It feels harsh criticising him when half his team weren't ready, you know? I think he's made some great signings since he joined, his team at least. You know, Gabriel Martinelli, no one even heard of him, okay? And he's come out and he's proved to be a great signing. So, exciting times. It really is. It's a really good result, but we want to see this in the Premier League. I want to see the youngsters given a go. And, yeah, hopefully we'll get the win against Bournemouth. We definitely need a 3-pointer. We need a 3-pointer in the league. That'd be very nice indeed. So, thank you for watching this review. If you've enjoyed it, please do leave a like rating. And make sure you subscribe for more. And I will see you for another Operation Arsenal episode after the game against Bournemouth on Sunday at 2 p.m, I believe. I'll see you then.